Hey guys, Justin here again. I'm back and I'm going to be talking about this is my second part two of my reviews that I've been doing this week, and this is my review of Gone Girl. And I meant to get to this film again. If you watched my first video, I meant to get into this film a couple of days ago, but some things that came up, and I haven't really had time to do this review. So I'm going to try to be a little as detailed with this review as possible because there's a lot of things that I'm trying not to spoil out there. So I'm just gonna be this video is shorter than usual, it's because I'm trying to leave a lot of spoilers out. So just just tune in, and I hope that you guys enjoy. Now I went into this film for quite a bit because this is, to me, after watching the trailer, this is like a good return to form because essentially it's the story is Ben Affleck plays uh, a former writer named Nick Dunn who is who one day comes home and finds out that his wife goes missing. And as the film goes on, you're starting to see flashbacks of her and how the film is like intertwining with her the events that are leading up to her disappearance. And I thought this movie was well. And this movie was also directed by David Fincher, who also directed Seven, Fight Club, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, the remake, and the American adaptation. And he also did Zodiac, which is one of my favorite David Fincher films. And I thought this movie was really, really, really damn good. I really thought it was a great return to form to him in the thriller genre because he hasn't really, well, I mean, it was a great return to form to him doing the. Well, this is like his first film in 3 years, so it was good seeing him come back to do another film like this again. And because essentially the film builds a lot of suspense, and as the film progresses, because as the film progresses, you're starting to build clues as to what's happening and everything. And I like movies like that. I really enjoy mystery thrillers where you're putting all the pieces together and you're trying to build the clues of what you think in your head is what's happening, and then as they finally reveal the twist, you're just like, wow, I actually didn't see that coming at all. And I like how David Fincher is able to create a lot of good pacing, a good good characters that are written, and also good suspense that you don't really find in a lot of films nowadays. Because a lot of times when you're doing thrillers, you have to try not to do some things that are predictable. Because a lot of thrillers nowadays, they tend to give you certain either red herrings, or they try to give you like clues that you're still putting in your head all together before they even reveal who the actual who the actual killer is, or who the actual person behind everything is, and who on how everything comes in full form. But this one, because from the trailers, I was just kind of like, well, I think I know what's going to happen in this one. No, they keep it at a good minimum of how they do this, because you don't see it that often with this type of movie. And I even thought, because I thought that Ben Affleck, this is probably one of his best performances that I've seen in a long time. And you also got Rosamund Pike, who plays his wife, and I thought she was really damn good. Like, I've seen her some other things, like she played I forgot her name, from she was from Die Another Day, and she was also in Jack Reacher. And she's a decent actress, but she really shines in this one. She really carries that very icy. She very carries that, how do I describe it? It's very persuasive, but also very cunning approach to play this type of wife. And look, I'm not going to spoil anything, but you get the idea of what the film is about. There's also some other characters that come in that I'm actually really surprised, and they did a fantastic job. Like, I enjoyed, and I have not seen him as any of his films, keep in mind, but I'll say this right now: this is probably the best film that I've ever seen with Tyler Perry. Because I've never been a fan of his work, but this is one of those. This is the first movie that I've seen him in where he really does a damn good job. He really has some. He has some funny dialogue, and he has some. He's the lawyer that Ben Affleck hires for his case that he's doing. They spend together because Ben Affleck is accused of essentially either murdering his wife or has kidnapped his wife. And as the film goes on, you're starting to build everything together, and it really does come full circle in towards the end. And I actually kind of wish the movie was longer because I haven't read the book that the movie was based on, but I heard that they changed significant parts of the book. And from what I heard, and I'm not sure if it's true or not, but they changed part of the ending that was from the book. It kind of makes me wonder how the book was because, well, I mean, as the when you get to the very end of the film, you're kind of wondering, is that it? I kind of wondered if it was going to go on further. But no, as it goes on, you're finally getting to the point, and it seems like when they get to the end, that David Fincher decided to give us a more ambiguous ending because it ends on a metaphorical note, and you're kind of wondering in your head like, I wonder what's going to happen. You know, it makes you think like a lot of like unlike a lot of thrillers do. Like, you know what it kind of reminded me of? If you ever remember if any of you have seen this, remember the ending for Prisoners that came out last year. I love that movie a lot too, and that movie also had an ambiguous ending where you're just kind of like, huh, I really, I really wish they could have put at least like a little epilogue scene or something that really showed like the actual fate of what happens. You know, that's what they kind of do here as well. And I really, really, really love this film. My girlfriend did too. She really enjoyed it. And to me, this is really showing how David Fincher works well with actors like Ben Affleck and Rosenweig, and he can really put these characters in these kind of situations where you're just kind of wondering like, oh, it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Oh wow, I didn't see that. I didn't see any of that part coming at all. And you also got some other actors that I thought were good too, like you got this one woman I forgot her name, but she was the redhead from Hollow Man. She plays like the lead detective who's on the case, and she does great too. I like how not really much of a she's not really like really a bitch, but like she's really just trying to help. She's trying to. At first, you're kind of thinking like, well, she just wants to just you know put put Ben Affleck's character away or behind bars, and it's like as for us, like no, you really do feel something. You really do feel some empathy for her. You know, she's persuasive. She's very She's very how do I put it? She's very kind of cold in a way, but at the same time, she's very laid back. You know, she's not one of those type of cops where they're just on the case 24/7. They just they're reckless. You know, she does a good job. But yeah, there's so much more I want to talk about this film. Like I really enjoyed the performances also by Neil Patrick Harris. I thought he played this very like stalkerish type dude, ex-boyfriend of Rosamund Pike's character, Amy, and he does a good job too. But he's barely in the film. You know, I thought he could have been in the film a lot longer because he really did show like that very. It's like the most out of place Rose that I've seen him play, but he does fantastic for what he's given. You know, and I want to check out more of David Fincher's other films that he's done. Like I haven't seen The Game, I haven't seen what was that one he did? I'm trying to think, because I've seen most of his films. I've seen Alien 3. I've seen which I know a lot of people say that's not really his film because he didn't have creative control, but you can still kind of think of it as one of his earliest films that he did. That it still shows like signs of his direction in a lot of in a lot of those scenes. And then I've seen Fight Club, which is one of my also all time favorites, Seven, and I have not seen Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, so I need to check out that one still. But yeah, I really truly highly recommend this film a lot. If you love suspense thrillers like I do, you'll really love this film. And I'm glad we live in an age where directors they're given creative control of what they want to do and are not interfered with a lot of producers, because when you get on those rare occasions like this one where the movie does great in its plot, it does great in its performances, its direction, the music is really fantastic too. I thought that the guy he also did the music for Euro Director too as well, Trent Reznor. who you may remember, he's the lead singer for Nine Inch Nails. I thought he did great with the musical score. It's very moody and very much like you're watching. From a standpoint, it kind of sounds like the music from this is a poor example, but it sounds like the music from Punch Drunk Love. That very, that very, like, I don't know, it's hard to describe, but you get the idea of what that music sounds like. Excuse me. But yeah, I really do highly recommend Gone Girl. I'll admit this is one of the best movies I've seen this year. I mean, it's definitely going to go on my end of the year list as one of the best films of 2014. But yeah, that's really all I got. I haven't seen Dracula Untold, and I probably won't be seeing that film in the theater. But if there's anything else that's going to come out later this week or sometime, like Fury, I might check that out. But I'm not sure yet. But until then, I hope that everyone has a good rest of the week, and definitely go check out Gone Girl. And I hope everyone, I hope everyone's enjoyed. Everyone enjoys the. Hope everyone. Sorry, I'm slipping. Hope everyone enjoys the movie, and I should see you guys in my next review whenever I do either Fury or another movie coming out. So I'll see you guys later.